wanted to address needs in terms of the selections today. Goaltending depth has been a bit of a concern, so let's start there with the third-round pick and why you guys traded up to get Stuart Skinner and what you saw in Skinner that you liked.
Well, we really like him. Obviously, Dustin and Sylvain saw him at the Hockey Canada Development Camp last week and really liked him there. We've liked him all year. He's played a lot. He's played 3 years in the Western League and played a ton of games. He's big. He moves well. He's athletic, and he works at his game. So we just thought at that point, we thought he might go a little bit earlier, but you never know with goaltenders. We thought in the third round that he was one of the guys we wanted to get.
Did something spook you that you decided to jump up just a few spots to get him?
Yeah, you never know when he's getting that close. It's tough. So you've had your heart broken before in those situations. So yeah, we thought it was good, and we really didn't think that we would have a shot at him, and that helped.
Does it matter what goaltending stream they come from? I mean, Stuart says he's worked a lot with Eli Wilson. You mentioned Dustin. He's kind of an OR sports guy. Does that, in terms of just when you're looking at a goaltender, you're looking for specific ways, economy of movement, that sort of thing, how's their tracking? What specifically he's a big guy, but besides that and the fact that he's got a lot of action, from a technical perspective, what did you like about him?
Well, they have different, all coaches do different things. I know Eli really well, and obviously Dustin, but they looked a lot at the basics of these guys and what there is to work with, and he puts in the time. He works at it. He's physically, he's very fit, and all these guys got things to work on, but with the size and the way he moves, his strength, this ability to skate, for us it was good. He's an easy pick.
With LB basically being NHL ready, and now Wells and Skinner both going to the Canadian Junior Camp, you've got to be really happy with how your goaltending looks now, isn't it?
Well, nobody ever complains about having too many good goalies. So, I don't think you can have enough. You got to have good depth there, and it's a really important position, as everybody knows.
You took 3 defensemen in the third round last year. You end up taking another D out of the OHL. What can you tell us about the kid you took on the back end?
Yeah, we saw him playing golf this year. He's a good skater. He's a nice-sized kid.
How do you pronounce it? It's
Dmitry Samorukov.
Okay.
That's my pronunciation.
Okay.
But skates well, moves the puck really well. He had a really good under-18. We thought he took over the games over there a little bit more offensively. He tried to push the game a little bit more in the power play. So that was impressive. And he's not a real physical guy, but he likes to step up, and if he sees opportunities, he can make big open ice hits, and we like that about him as well.
Strong European flair to your draft today. Was that just the way it worked out, or was that something that was going to be the strategy?
Just the way it works out. You're not really worried about where they come from, just how good they are, to be honest with you. And then we took Ostap in the fourth round, and he's a big guy that can skate. He can really shoot the puck, and a little inconsistent in his game sometime, but we saw him a lot this year. We in Plymouth in November, and we saw him in February in Sweden, and then at the under-18s in April. So we saw a lot of him, and we just like the way he plays the game, and he's got a lot of physical tools, and he's a big kid.
Maximov kid really kind of took his game to that next level when he got traded this year. Did you see him before that and after that, and what was the difference in his game?
Well, for opportunity to play for the most part, and like when Saginaw, he was a little bit stymied there, I think, and he went to Niagara and he kind of came out of his shell, and then he had a pretty good Worlds as well, so he's got some things to work on. His feet got to get a little quicker, and but again, he's got good size, he's got good skill, and he can finish.
Brendan Moore's son, just a comment on, he's 2 years away from going to school, a 19-20 commit, but obviously got some time to watch him grow and develop.
Well, the commitment time could change, depending on how he does here. The next year is going to be key for him, and
where's he going to play?
He's going to the BC Hockey. He's going to Chilliwack, so it's a good program, and it's a later pick. It's a guy that's got to develop, but he's a big kid. He's obviously got bloodlines. He's got good skill. So it's a guy that we got some time for.
To what extent, when you're looking at a guy like that, does bloodline play a factor?
Well, it helps because he works out with his dad, so he'll be fit. But they're around it all the time, right? They're around the game all the time, and then those kids. My experience with those guys is that they're pros quicker. Their habits are good right away because it's been instilled in them at an early age, and he probably maybe a little bit of a late bloomer, but we'll see. Like there's a pretty good physical package.
We talked about this before, but sort of the Oilers have sort of evolved into a position now where these guys can percolate for a longer time. You can be like the Detroit Red Wings used to be, where suddenly these guys come out of nowhere when they really haven't. They've been in your system for a long time, developing as somebody in player personnel. That's kind of the atmosphere you want, I would guess.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And they all can't play right away. And if you're going to have depth, you gotta manage that a little bit. And like with our last pick, he's going to Yale, and he had a good year at the development program. He's a big right shot D, who are hard to find, and going to Yale, he's got some time and to develop, so it's good.
Didn't really get to talk to you yesterday after the Yamamoto pick, but how excited were you to see him still there at 22?
Yeah, we were happy. There's no doubt about it. We spent a lot of time with Kyler and really liked him. Obviously, his game is what it is. Like when we watch him, there's so much to his game. Everybody probably looks at his size, and those guys have to have certain attributes. For sure, they got to be able to skate. They got to have good elite skill, elite skating ability, elite hockey sense, and he's got all those things. And he'd be able to play with good players, and he's a very dynamic hockey player.
How many of these kids do you expect to be able to get to the orientation camp? Are we looking at every kid going to be there, or how's?
I hope so. I mean, I don't know yet. I got to talk to Rick and see how he's making out. I think Skyler was the only one that wasn't here today, so we at least we can talk to them all right away. But I'm sure they're all eager to get going. The only thing is maybe with one or two that are going to school, they may have to go to school right away. With Graham McPhee had to do last year, but right now I would say they're all going to be there.
What kind of influence do you have on them from, like you say, they're all still going to schools and other teams and stuff? Like, to what extent do the Oilers start exerting some influence and try to, because everybody has holes in their game at that stage?
Yeah, they probably know what they are already, to be honest with you. But we help maybe identify some areas maybe that they don't know about, and just try to help them with some of the information we can give them, and things that they can do. A lot of these kids, the biggest thing right now is that a lot of them are still learning the off ice and working out and how hard they got to work, and that's something that having our guys work with them can help them a lot, because they work hard with their peer group right now. They're probably working hard, but there's a whole different level as they move forward when they get to college and get to pro. So we just want to start them on that path, and we need to form relationships with these players too, and that's a big part of the camp is getting to know these kids better, and them getting to know us, and them finding a comfort level, and it's a lot of fun because there's not a lot of pressure. There's not a lot of evaluating going on there, even though you're always evaluating. But there isn't a pressure of a training camp. It's more of an orientation camp.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
Family here, a lot of friends here.
Oh yeah, a lot of family here, so it was awesome.
What's it like waiting to the 7th round to hear your name called, and I guess the relief of hearing it called at all?
Yeah, I was definitely a little nail biting, but it's awesome to get your name called, and it was just an electric feeling. That was the Oilers too, so it was awesome.
What do you know about your new team, Phil?
Just off watching them in the playoffs, they're unbelievable to watch. Just electric on TV. Obviously McDavid, Draisaitl, Talbot, all those guys. So I definitely think it's a bright future for the Oilers, and I'm just excited to be a part of it, hopefully.
Were you coming to the draft no matter what?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I was coming. Yeah.
What type of defenseman are you? Describe your play for us.
I'd say I'm a defensive defenseman. I like killing penalties, blocking shots, and just kind of doing whatever it takes for the team.
And the plan here is, did Greener say Yale? You're going to go to
Yeah,
Yale?
I'm going to Yale in the fall. So.
And that starts right away here?
Oh, yeah, in the fall. Yeah.
You don't hear that very often, guys wanting to block shots and be defensive defensemen. How did that evolve in your game? And why did you take a liking to it?
Yeah, kind of the last few years of the national program, I found that as my role. so I kind of fit in there. It was my niche, so and I definitely fit in for the role, and it was just try to play my best for the team so that we could win.
Why Yale?
I really like the coach, and they're coming off a national championship 2013. I'm from Connecticut also, but want to play for Coach Olan, and they're a great program, so came to that.
It's tough to get in there. It's one of the goodest colleges in the States.
Yeah.
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 Congrats, man.
Let's see you.
Bye.